Job on her Andy and Lois Schneider birthday. Can you tell me what you remember about birthday parties?
You mean when I was real young? Oh. Never turned out to get something in my mouth. Well, I don't remember too much when I was young. I remember more when I was a teenager than I do when I was young. Yeah, we used to have more family parties on birthdays than we did just for kids. And they turned off and started. Huh? Yeah, we used to play a few games, and then Grandma had her cake and ice cream, and she always made sure that everybody went home with a prize. And I received presents, of course. Nothing particularly stands out right now in my mind. And that's about all I can tell you about the birthday party itself. So. Who was there? Well, there maybe be about 10 or 12, because mostly cousins that live right around by us. And maybe a few friends from school. And then, of course, the aunt and the uncle. So, yeah. To the ones at school, but not for the family. The relatives, because they all knew.
Did you buy them? Did you make money?
Made my own.
Or did you use decorations?
Sometimes.
Can you tell me about, you remember about gifts and
Back then you got toys and clothes and books, coloring books mostly.
did you buy your gift wrapping or did you
No, I think they just had that white tissue paper. I don't believe it had fancy tissue paper way back then.
Did you use ribbons and bows?
We're talking about way back when, Michelle, and Grandma can't even remember that.
Can you tell me what you remember about prizes?
No, Grandma used to buy just little toys, I think, mostly, and she baked different little things, like cupcakes and stuff like that.
Can you tell me what you remember about games?
Yeah. Yeah, pin the tail on the donkey, and then carrying peanuts on a spoon and carry from one place to the other. And we went outdoors and had races.
Can you tell me what you remember about decorations?
Yeah, she'd have balloons and streamers. And of course, your birthday cake on the table.
When you decorated, was there ones differently decorated?
I think it was all just around the table and then say the dining room.
Can you tell me what you remember about birthday cake?
Yeah, normally Grandma always made her own, and she did her own decorating, and didn't make any difference with white chocolate. And everybody liked everything. And if you were having quite a few relatives over, then she'd make two. And you had a chocolate and a white.
Do you remember anything about parties and things?
Well, we used to give quite a few parties for my parents. I remember them more than I do my own when I was little. And when we said birthday parties for them, of course it was mostly adults. And the only party I remember really that stands out in my mind is their 25th wedding anniversary. Because we were older and my other two sisters and we were together and had a big family party.
Can you tell me what you remember about going to parties?
Well, we used to go to quite a few after we were teenagers and we got older. And as we got older, we went to more and made more friends and enjoyed them better.
What did you do
After parties? Well, we still played games. It was a lot different things than when we were little. I spin the bottle and stuff like that. We did a lot of dancing.
Is there anything else?
No, not that I can think of. The only thing is, you asked me to go way back in years, and I can't remember that. And that's it.
Thanks. Oh, wait.
luckily it wasn't a rabid animal, so I was pretty safe. And I could come and trap again, because I was so scared because I seen a baby, because my cousin, when we were young, was bit by a rabid dog, and I saw what had happened to him, and I was really scared. But I kept trapping, I really enjoyed it. What kind of bait do you use for trapping, for what species, different species? Well, I trap for red foxes, and raccoons, and beavers, and muskrats. Well, beavers and muskrats, they use any bait. And a muskrat, they'll follow, like, they'll swim in through the ditches. And like if there's a ditch about 4 feet wide, I'd take brush and put it in the river, or in the ditch, so that there was only like a foot area where the muskrat or the beaver could fit through there. And in that area, I put a trap, and it was like a tunnel trap. And it looked like a tunnel, and it looked like the beaver could go right through it, but when he went through it, he'd catch the spring, and I'd clamp down on him, and I'd hold him down under until he drowned. And then I'd just come in and pick him up. But for raccoons and foxes, I just don't, whatever was laid around. When my mom would get done cooking dinner, if there was any meat scraps left, I'd use that. But no cooked meat. Couldn't use cooked meat because they pick up that smell of grease. And they wouldn't like it one bit. It smells too much like human strength, so it'd have to be raw meat, all of it. Raccoons, they'd eat anything. I just put apples or anything in there. You come get it, take it. Didn't do a lot of trapping for raccoons, so people hunted for them with dogs. Do you still trap or anything? Know of anybody that traps? Son, I'm 72 years old. I can't trap anymore. I have a little trouble breathing. I can't get around. I got a little bit of cancer. I can't. I really wish I could, but my grandson does a little. And sometimes when he gets something, I'll go over there and I'll help him clean it. But I can't get out much. I really wish I could, but I can't. And there's not a lot of demand for furs anymore, It's still money, but not enough money to support yourself. Did you always trap all your life? Is that all you did? No, I trapped. That's all I did was trap until when I was about 26, my dad died. And he died really young, so I moved back in with my mom and I took care of her and I farmed. And I didn't have a lot of chances to trap. All I did was farm. But I did get to do some deer hunting and I really enjoyed that too. So I got a little bit of trapping in, but not as much as I did have. Other than your dad, did you ever have a partner that you trapped with often? Like, a friend or anything? Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I did. Your grandpa, yeah. Your grandpa Meter, he and him used to trap all the time. And, he wasn't into it as much as I did. He did it more for the enjoyment of it, and I did it for the enjoyment and for support for money. But he didn't rely on that because, as you know, he was a welder, and he had a lot of work to do in his welding shop. So, we went out once in a while. But he liked to hunt too, He wasn't into trapping, he was into hunting. But I think him and my dad were the only two that I ever trapped with, When I was born, my grandpa wasn't around. Now my dad told me that he liked to trap, but my grandpa died before I was even born, so I got trapped with him. I really wish I would. Because, you know, he sounded like a great guy, because everybody says I'm just like him. As far as trapping goes, what is the most exciting, you know, most challenging animals that you can get? Well, back when I first moved up here north, there were a few coyotes around. And as you know, they're state protected now. But when I first moved here, they weren't a challenge. I've maybe got 2 in my entire lifetime. Oh wait, I'll have to correct myself. They're not state protected, I forget. I'm thinking timber wolf. Coyotes are not protected, but they are hard to trap. And I've only got 2 in my lifetime, compared to what, maybe 200, 300 foxes and minks and other things like that. When was the last time you went trapping? Well, I'd have to say about 10 years ago, I went with my son. I know it was fun, but I haven't been since. And I really wish I still could. I should have done more of it, you know, because, you know, I sold my farm. I relied on welfare, kind of. And I really didn't do a lot. So, Social Security's been my paycheck, you know. But right now I regret it, because I wish I would have done more trapping while I had the chance. Did you ever get any, like, amazingly big animals? Like, I don't know, what would be considered big for a fox? Well, I'm not sure, I never weighed them. But I'd say 25 pounds would be a big fox. I got one about that big once. But trapping, like deer hunting, some guys look for like a big buck and get it, but you can't do that in trapping. Trapping, you just set your trap, just wait for something to step into it. You can't control what goes after the bait. It's not like hunting at all. But I got a couple big ones, but that's just more money for me. It's the bigger the fox, bigger the price. Well, I gotta get going. I gotta drive all the way back home. It was interesting talking to you, and it was great. I'm glad I remembered you, because I've been looking for a long time to find someone to interview. Well, I'm glad you came up. I really enjoyed talking about trapping, because I enjoy it so much. But before I go, you never trapped in Chesnay, did you? No, I didn't. Well, could you, as a trapper, like you're pretty much a professional trapper, could you just like tell me how it was in Chesnay? Well, people tell me that it was pretty good, but not quite as profitable as it is up there, but still, some people made their living that way. But a lot of them were just like me, owned a farm, did trapping on the side. And I gave them some money.